So first you want to go ahead and install your dependencies, which is SOPs, Tal Helper, and Age. I'm using MacBook, so I just used Homebrew. You also want to have a .sops.yaml file. That file will be used to encrypt your secrets. Just go ahead and touch talconfig.yaml. In that file, I'm just going to go ahead and paste something in. In here we have the tal config. I have in there the cluster name, endpoint. You should probably use DNS load balancing if you're doing high availability, but in this case, this works. Also, their IP addresses and some patches for Longhorn storage, and lastly, some extensions. And Tal Helper is going to go ahead and generate the cluster config. In that directory, you can see we now have the Longhorn node. Also have your Talos config to be able to run teloctl commands. You see in here we do have the patches for each node. So I do have two nodes in XCP-ng. So you just go ahead and apply that Talos config. You'll see that the nodes now have Kubernetes installed on them. The cluster is ready to be bootstrapped. So we're just going to go ahead and bootstrap the cluster. And you're going to see that the nodes will go ready. The API server, kubelet will all be healthy, and you'll be good to go. So this next step is going to be just getting the kube config from the control plane. And you see that our context is currently set to our demo cluster. So now we're going to go ahead and create the Longhorn namespace. This needs to be created before, because in Talos we need to have a labeled namespace to be able to run Longhorn. So now we're just going to go ahead and add the Longhorn Helm repo. Then we're going to go ahead and install Longhorn. Be able to go into Lens, and you can see that Longhorn is up and running. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and port forward the Longhorn front end and access Longhorn in our browser.